You want to know what every Linux noob needs to desperately understand? I think you clicked on this video because you're a Linux noob, or you've rage quit like 6 times and you keep crawling back because it's like an emotionally unavailable ex. Either way, welcome. Grab a chair, Uncle Penguin, me, Linux Dev Lab, Shaston, however you want to address me. I'm going to tell you a few things that you really need to understand if you're going to make it here. Ah, yes, the year of the Linux desktop, right? That beautiful, mythical unicorn that's been almost here since Compass Cubes blew our minds back in 2008. I saw the videos and I really wanted to try Linux because of it, I'll be honest. Now, let me save you some time. It's not coming. It's not a global shift. It's not an Apple-style keynote event. The year of the Linux desktop is whenever you finally stop distro hopping long enough to get some damn work done. So for me, it was 2009 when I dual booted Gen 2 on an old iMac G5. A year later, I installed Ubuntu with Newbie. Who remembers that? After a few months, I dual booted Ubuntu in Windows. Yeah, I eventually just stopped booting into Windows. Imagine that. Then I nuked it. I just like, yeah, I don't need this anymore. That was my year. Yours might be today. Welcome to the club. We don't have jackets, but we do have mailing lists. Every week, someone posts, why doesn't Linux have Photoshop? Why can't it be more like Windows? Buddy, if Linux wanted to be Windows, it wouldn't be Linux. It'd be Chrome OS or Mac OS with stickers on it or something. I don't know. Hey, Linux isn't trying to win a beauty contest. It's a tool, and it's a culture. It's a big, weird experiment that you get to participate in. You don't yell at your screwdriver because it doesn't have Spotify integration, do you? At least I hope you don't. It'd be weird. So distributions like Mint, Zorin, Elementary, Pop OS, MX Linux, yeah, they're basically just plug and play. Yeah, Garuda will give you a desktop that looks like it's straight out of a cyberpunk fever dream if that's your thing. But yeah, make no mistake, under the hood, yeah, nerds built it. Nerds still build it, which means updates come when they can, not when some product manager demands a quarterly KPI bump. Some of y'all probably want to keep Linux small and pure and all of that. Others want it to go mainstream so that we get Adobe Creative Suite and AAA games on day one. The truth, I think we kind of need both. We need the Arch Kid with the anime wallpaper and 700 NeoVim plugins, and we also need the retiree who just wants to check Gmail without getting another Windows 11 ad shoved down their throat. The nerds built the scaffolding. The normies, though, they prove the structure's livable. And this is where a lot of noobs trip up. They come in thinking Linux is supposed to be a better product than Windows or macOS. It is and it's not. It's a project, a movement, and a beautiful mess of forks, philosophies, and flame wars. Linux is about choice. That's why there's 400 distros and 50 window managers and tiling window managers. You don't have to love it all. You just pick what works for you and ignore the rest like a buffet, but with fewer health codes. Something you might just consider. Your distro bugs are not there because devs are lazy. That's not what's happening here. They're there because someone had to fix that bug after their day job and while eating leftovers while their cat is walking across the keyboard and maybe even they're actually foregoing sex. Look, if you wanted a polished walled garden, you already know where to find it. Linux is just not that. It's more of like a co-op, right? You sweep the floors, you fix what's broken, you help your neighbor get their printer working kind of thing, right? Basically, the community is the support line. And once you learn something, you become the support line. You're not downloading a product, you're joining a tradition, and it needs you. Some say that Linux is getting way too easy. Others are saying it's still way too hard, but honestly, that's the beauty of it. You can be a command line ninja or never open a terminal once. The only wrong way to use Linux is just not using it. So, if you're a noob and you're watching this, here's what you really need to understand. Linux doesn't need to win the desktop war. It doesn't need to be mainstream. It just needs to be curious, patient, and maybe a little weird. So, I guess the bottom line is the year of the Linux desktop. It starts when you stop waiting for someone else to bless it and just install it, tinker, break things, learn stuff, help others. That's the deal. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk or whatever the hell this is. Drop your war stories in the comments. What finally made Linux click for you? I'd love to hear about it. All right, be sure to subscribe, like, use a source, Luke. Yeah, and you could be like Russell when you're using the source. Donate a cup of coffee or something like that. Buy a t-shirt. However you want. Let me know what you think noobs need to understand. And as always, just stay nerdy and geeky and all those good things. Peace, guys.